We're still deciding. All right, yeah, we've been working since April last year. I got a slightly strange email from somebody at Force. This is my first experience at Force, saying, do you know anybody who'd be interested in software citation? I was like, yeah, I'm really interested. They were like, cool, go find another co-chair to work on this working group. So I found Dan, thankfully, my willing partner, and later we brought on extra support from Kyle. So we've been in this working group for about close to a year now, and have been basically trying to build upon, I guess, initially the data citation principles, but to learn from what's happening in the community around software citation across lots of different research domains, and to build a consolidated set of principles for endorsement and then working through into kind of implementation. And so this was not a group that was aimed at looking at kind of technical specifications, although lots of us want to think about that as well, so there's lots of work to be done. But very, very briefly, about 55 people from a large range of domains. Kyle kind of came in from the WISPy conference series, and that community came and joined us, so we had a kind of mass joining of the WISPy crowd who are interested in this as well. And so we have produced a document that Dan will say a little bit more about in a second, but very briefly we went through a sort of broad review of existing practices, also spent a lot of time thinking about use cases and how those would then, how the principles could be kind of informed by the use cases where places we would like to see software citation happen, be captured, and we're pretty pleased with where we've got. So I'm going to let Dan go to the meat of what we have.
Okay, thanks. So, right, so we have a document, and we're doing everything on GitHub collaboratively, and the link down on the bottom is where we're actually working. So if you like looking at LaTeX, then that's the place to go. If you want to look at PDF or something more easy, then hold on until the next slide. But basically, the document has 6 principles that we came up with. Importance, credit and attribution, unique identification, persistence, accessibility, and specificity. And you'll recognize if you've seen the data citation principles, these are similar but not the same. And that's explained why we've done that in the motivation, the summary of use cases, as Arfon was mentioning, the related work that we went through, and then the group discussion has led to this. And the group discussion, in addition to these principles that are at the front of the document, gives some recommendations about how the principles might be applied. So, yeah, so again, we're in GitHub. This is linked from the Force 11 page, and all the discussion, almost all the discussion has been through GitHub issues. And you should be able, if you are interested, to see where anything came from, what version of the document there used to be, and why it has been changed, what the reason was, and who asked for it to be changed. So where we are now going forward is that we will be posting the document on the Force 11 website, so as a web page to make it easy to read. Hopefully in the next few days. We'll have to arrange exactly how that happens. And then we'll have a 2-week open comment period to get feedback from the much wider Force 11 community that's here, as well as the people that aren't here. We'll use that then to generate an updated version that will be published on the Force 11 website, but also on some kind of an archival site. And we're not sure exactly which one yet, but something that'll give us a DOI, so there will be a record of this and not just a web page. Thank you. We'll follow that up with an endorsement period where we'll be looking for individuals and organizations to agree with this and to commit to supporting it. We will create an infographic and a few slides that can be used for others to present this and to talk about it in the community. And then we'll basically finish at that point. And we hope that a software citation implementation group will start, which will do things similar to what the data citation pilot and implementation group is doing, to actually work with institutions and publishers and funders and researchers, and to fully write out the implementation examples that are needed to make sure that this actually works, and to try it in a few different cases. So,
are we done?
We're done.
Yay, okay. All right, we are 5 minutes over, but I'm sure many of you thought we would be a lot more over, so congratulations to the speakers for more or less staying on time. And again, these will be represented in the posters outside, so if you have specific questions, we can bring them up then. Thank you, everyone.